Stop number 1 on today's expedition is Wildcat Branch Falls at Wildcat Wayside. You can see the clear mountain water makes this nice little pool. There's actually a higher falls up there, and then behind that is a cascade, and then behind that is another waterfall. But most people will never go beyond this particular point because they can see it from the highway. It's an easy thing, and they don't have to walk up the stairs in the trail that runs to the side here. Yeah, again, it's right by the side of Highway 11 here in South Carolina in the top of Greenville County. Has a nice little smaller fall down here. And the culvert and Highway 11's right there. Lots of people pass by here all the time on their way up to Table Rock or Caesar's Head or similar places. Stop number 2. This is the Bald Rock Heritage Preserve. On a good day, which today's not particularly, you can see the towers of Greenville from here. And again, this is a large rock surface here, hence why it was named that. It's always heavily graffitied. As you can see, lots of stuff here. And there's Table Rock. Straight over there is Table Rock. And you can see the outline of Highway 11 where it runs in the inside of the mountains. Some of the various hills. If you look over there, the clouds have actually rolled in more, so that is Paris Mountain over there. And you can maybe barely see the towers of Greenville in the distance, I'm not sure. And just to give you a better view of how big this is, because it is actually very big, the rock face goes around to the side, and if you want to walk down to the bottom, you certainly can. It's just preferable that you do it to the side, because the front face of it is actually pretty steep. And you can see, if you look in the middle there, you can see a family's down there coming back up, it looks like. But yeah, there's several smaller rock faces here. They're just not as big, and you can actually see somebody's camping over there. But yeah, you can see the drop better. And that little cleft there where the trees are growing, there's a bunch of cars squished up in there and other things that have been dumped here over time. Again, more of the most southern edge of the Appalachians as they run across the upstate of South Carolina here. And hopefully I should be back here soon to get some more information, because there are actually some abandoned structures down in the woods right over that way that I'm hoping to visit again soon and be able to show this off. Here is a topographical map of some of where we're going to be going today and the area surrounding it. But we are right now in Brevard. We came up 276 here from the south. We're going to continue on Highway 64 through Rossman, and we're going to stop by the Lake Doxaway Dam here and take some pictures there. Then we're going to go up through Cashers and down to Highlands. And then from Highlands, we're going to go up through to here, and there are several waterfalls along here in the Highlands area we're going to enjoy, and then we're going to go up to Franklin. So that's part of what we're planning for today, and you can see how it runs through various valleys here, and it's a pretty mountainous trip that we're doing. All right, this is the Lake Doxaway Dam. It's up above, and the highway for 64 goes up there, and here's the waterfall underneath. It has been raining a lot, so this entire area is soaked and not really safe to walk on. Yeah, this is another one of the stops on our journey. Normally we'd be able to walk along the walk face here, and there's a nice little plateau and a view beyond, but yeah, I don't trust my footing right now at all. It is not safe here. It's quite freezing. Welcome to Bridal Veil Falls. This is in North Carolina along Highway 64. The highway used to go underneath it, but then a portion of rock came off of it and crushed part of the highway, so they closed that off. So, we are on the edge of the Colossaga Gorge. There are 2 waterfalls in close proximity here, just after you get out of the city of Highlands. This is a pretty popular spot. There's lots of people here. The water now runs underneath the highway. And it's just this nice big display here right by the side of everything. It's a pretty popular spot again. But yeah, comes down like a nice veil over the road. Let me apologize for the beginning of this next clip. The area we were specifically looking for was farther up the highway than I remembered, and I had tried to take several videos thinking we were there when we weren't, so please forgive me. Okay. Here's the Kalasacha Gorge a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah. And these little water flows turn just to ice that hangs onto the road. It gets a little bit better for a minute here, but it's gonna still continue for a bit longer. Yeah, this curve has never been my favorite. I remember going around this in an armored car and having a Hummer come in the opposite direction. I remember going this way as a kid and thinking this is too much. And then I started doing it on a weekly basis. Look, I mean, you go against that railing, you're gone. The rock is over the road. I think there's still a little bit more to it. I think it's like one last curve and then we're out. Probably why some of the motorcycle riders are up here, is they wanted to enjoy this as well. Okay, we're out. We are at the Tallulah Gorge, which is, I believe, the largest gorge east of the Mississippi. And you can see it's a pretty big place here. It's about 1,000 steps to the bottom using stairs, and that bridge, I believe, is 500 down because there's multiple tiers of waterfall here leading down into it along the Tallulah River. It is advised that those who are not in very good physical shape do not make the attempt, because it's 1,000 stairs down, which means you're doing 1,000 right back up. So that's fun. Here we are standing at overlook number 2 of the Tallulah Gorge, and you can see the main falls. And I believe what it says is it's 350 feet down. Around the corner there, just up ahead, is where the highway runs. Yeah, this is a very nice waterfall leading down to this deep pool, and then across here to a lower fall. Sorry about that. And that's the falls that you could see before from the other viewpoint. A nice little overlook right over there. But Tallulah Falls, Georgia. Thank you so much for joining me today in my little tour of the upstate of South Carolina, parts of western North Carolina, and just the Blue Ridge in general. I really appreciate you coming to watch. There were other locations that we wanted to visit, but circumstances got in the way of that. Specifically, right up the road from where Bridal Veil Falls is another location called Dry Falls. However, the parking situation there is far more tight. We probably would have had to wait more than 45 minutes to get in there, and we didn't have time for that. So we kept driving further west and then into northern Georgia in order to visit the gorge there at the end. If you like this kind of content, please by all means like the video, comment, let me know more locations nearby. I have lots of other places I'd like to visit, but I have to have the opportunity to do so, and I hope to be doing that sometime soon. Again, thank you for joining us, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.